What's up guys, welcome back to Indicamonique's channel. So today I have a video that kind of took a little bit longer than it was supposed to because Burberry Her Intense has been out for a while and I contemplated going back and forth if I wanted it or not, but there was no travel size and I was like, yeah, Burberry, I love Burberry Goddess, but the fact that you missed the mark on the travel size for me and the smallest size was like 109, I was like I think not. And I didn't go in stores to smell it. Like I wasn't really in a rush to, because I've smelled this line before. Do I like it? Yes. Am I obsessed? No. So that's kind of how I was like feeling. If there was a travel size, I would have been more eager to see like what is it giving, what's it all about, but I just went ahead and skipped on it. But then I saw at Sephora there was this set. Look at how cute this little set is. So you have the Burberry Her, the Elixir, and then this little bottle here is the Intense. I have been using these just a little bit, honestly. Like I'm not about to sit up here and be like I've been just going in. Like you can see that, you know, it's like a decent amount. But I do have some thoughts. So this is the original Burberry Her. So we're gonna do a comparison. We're gonna talk about which one is really giving, all of that type of stuff. Where would this scent flourish at? All of that. We're gonna talk about it. So let's start off with the original Burberry Her. It just comes in this little clear one. If you guys don't know, this fragrance is the same maker of Baccarat Rouge. So people kind of say like this is like a strawberry take on Baccarat Rouge, which I wouldn't say that it's a strawberry take on that. It does have this airy, almost like musky moss quality to it. It's really fruity. It does give me something that you would wear in the spring and summertime, but for me, I would probably say that Burberry Her is my least favorite out of the entire line, honestly, if I should just be honest. Like I used to really like this one. After having a larger collection of fragrances, I do like this fragrance. I just feel like it does almost have something a little synthetic, a little bit, I wouldn't even want to say medicinal, but I hear people say that and now I kind of get it. Like at first I was like, what do they mean? Like it's a fruity fragrance, like what do you mean that it's like synthetic and medicinal and all that? But it does have this like weird, almost plasticky smell to it that doesn't last the entire fragrance, but it's there for me, and at least on my skin, like it's just this weird note that I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the sour cherry that's in there mixed in the background or something. But for me, this is definitely like a springtime fragrance. This isn't something that I would wear in the winter and the fall time. It's just like not that type of fragrance. Not that deep. It is a nice scent. I feel like for the time that it came out, it made sense. You know, like it was like unique for that time. But we have so many fragrances nowadays and so many things have changed. I just feel like this one is decent, but it's not my favorite out of the line. I will have also a picture up here of the notes just so like you guys can kind of see. If you've never smelled it, I would just say it's like a very fruity berry scent. A little bit like moss green, airy quality. Yeah, but fruity is just the main thing that you get from it. It's like this fruity, musky, sweet smell. Very airy. So, and a lot of people say Baccarat Rouge is airy, and I would say that this one is kind of like that, but I don't know. I just don't see the similarities, or that this would be like a strawberry Baccarat Rouge, but it does have that like ambery type of moss, musky, fruity smell to it. If you've smelled it, you know. If you never have, look into it, check it out if you're interested, but definitely more of this season's fragrance. Like we're getting into like March, April, all of that. Next up we have Burberry Her Elixir. So this one definitely is Burberry Her, but it's a little bit more creamy and a little bit more vanilla to me. So that's what kind of saves this one, because honestly the DNA for Burberry Her, it's not like something that I just rush to. Like it's a nice fragrance. It's something that I like smelling. I like smelling on people. I like smelling on myself, but it's not like my number one type of thing. So the fact they added the vanilla in here, I'm gonna have a picture up of the note, but it has that vanilla creaminess in there, almost like a strawberry milkshake, but I would say that it is a strawberry milkshake. It just doesn't have that like super milky smell to it, or just something that's like gourmand in a way, or something like really fluffy, but it's just really sweet and creamy vanilla with that same like DNA of like strawberries, berries in there, and then you do get a little bit of amber. The only thing with the Burberry Her line is honestly I just feel like they don't last the longest. I don't know if it's just me, but I sprayed this one on when I got out the shower just because I was like, every day I was putting on a different one of these just because I knew I was going to be doing this video. This one, I just feel like I was like, she was there and she was doing her thing and then she clocked out. And I'm like, I'm gonna need you to get back on the clock. I'm gonna talk about how I like this one more than the newest one, but I just kind of wanted to briefly go over those and then we'll kind of like get into it a little bit more. Now we have the Burberry Her Intense. Look at this cute little bottle. She's so cute and little, and honestly it makes me want to get the bigger bottle, but I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. But honestly, this is so pretty. It's not much different than the Elixir's bottle. I'm gonna put a picture here. This one's just a matte one and this one's glossy as in finish, but this is like a little dapper, which I'm not the biggest fan of dapper fragrances, but I'm gonna just put some of this on the back of my hand. The notes on this one are really simple. You have wild strawberry, you have orange blossom, and you have ambroxan. The strawberry in here is the most realistic. Like out of all of these, this is the most realistic strawberry, and mixed in with that orange blossom, it just adds a little bit more sweetness. I'm normally not the biggest fan of orange blossom, but I feel like the way that it's done in here with the strawberry, I can handle it a little bit more because it's not annoying me in any way. The ambroxan is there, which makes it a little bit like musky, a little bit like sensual. Like I said, it's not really much to this fragrance. I mean, I feel like they're different in a sense, but they're not far, like, you know, they're in the same line. But this one, I just love the wild strawberry in here. Like, it's a very realistic strawberry. Like, that's just the best way I can describe it. It's very, it doesn't smell synthetic, it doesn't smell plasticky. If that bothers you in any of the other ones, like the Elixir or the original, then definitely try out the Intense. It's definitely there. I can't fully say that this is an Intense, like it lasts much longer than the others. Maybe I could say it does, but I can't fully spray this little bottle. Like, I'm be looking like Alice in Wonderland when she had those little itty bitty things with the little teacups and she was trying to do stuff and she was like getting bigger. Like, that's this right here. This is so small that I can't like spray it all over myself and all over me to really let you know. But I do feel like it is a little bit more pungent. It's a little bit more, I can smell it a little bit more. Just the strawberry really like hits you because it's not mixed in with any other fruity tones. So I really get that wild strawberry, and it's really pretty. I think this is a perfect springtime fragrance. I think this is a perfect transition fragrance from winter to, of course, I say winter to fall, girl. Winter to spring. I feel like this is just a perfect transition. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. Like, it's not milky or anything like that. This one's a little bit more grown, a little bit more mature, a little bit more classy, I would say. Strawberry, musky sweetness. So in a sense, they are different, but they're not like crazy different. But yeah, I actually really like the Intense one. So if we're ranking, well, first of all, I feel like all of these could be worn in the springtime. This one is probably the most year-round to me. I feel like this one could be worn all year because you could wear it in the spring, but then also this can take you into like the winter and fall because it has that creamy, milky touch to it. This one's straight springtime. This one I feel like can be spring, summer, and into fall a little bit because it has a little bit of depth with that ambroxan. It just has the most depth. It could be slightly artificial. I'm not like feeling like it's crazy artificial. Like, once the strawberry starts to fade away, like some type of plug-in or like scent that you would put in your house almost smells like that, but I still really like it because it has this underlying musky tone to it. So if we're ranking these, it's really hard for me to pick between these two because I'm a vanilla girly through and through. This one just has that like vanilla-ness to it that I need in a fragrance. Like, I'm sorry, this one been lost. Like, I just gotta keep it real with you. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that back in the box. I'm gonna just go ahead and put Burberry Her Intense in second place, but it's not because it's bad, just because I'm a vanilla girly and this has that vanilla creaminess to it. Like, just smelling it here, I feel like the first time I sprayed it, I didn't get as much creaminess. Like, I'd smelled this fragrance before in store, but I hadn't smelled it in so long. But I definitely smell more of like the creamy vanilla-ness that's added in here with the fruitiness. So I definitely like that just a little bit more. Burberry Her Intense definitely is like right there. Like, she's right behind her because I actually really like both of these. If I were to get any out of the line, if I was going full bottle, which I honestly wouldn't mind having a full bottle of Elixir. So if you're interested in the Her line, I would definitely say check out the Intense if you want to check out the Intense. If you want something a little bit more classy, like, this could kind of be a little artificial. Like, I like that about it in a sense. Like, it's not artificial plasticky, but it's kind of like that fruitiness can lean artificial. If you're looking for something that's going to give you realistic strawberry, Intense for sure. If you're looking for something creamy, milky, but also strawberry, but you know it's kind of like it could lean artificial in a sense, I would say Burberry Her Elixir. If you're somebody that wants something airy and like a really pretty springtime fragrance that like it's just a musky, airy, fruity, synthetic type of smell, almost a little plasticky. I don't know why I get that, but I've layered all three of these on top of each other. Like, I put this one first and then I sprayed these two on top, and that was a nice combo. But anyways, I'm not trying to get into all that. Just off of smelling the Intense off the back of my hand, it's a nice fragrance. I would definitely get a full bottle of it, but I'm not rushing out for it. So if it was something that you were curious about, I would say smell it in store for sure. There's a possibility you might not like the orange blossom. Like it might peek out at you, because once it starts drying down and you start losing the strawberry, the orange blossom and the ambroxan are going to be like the main things that are left, because the strawberry and the orange starts to mesh together to create like one scent. So this is really well blended, because the opening is the prettiest to me for sure. I really like the blast of like realistic strawberry that I get. I feel like that it's a wild strawberry. That's what it is. But once it starts drying down, I really do just like the musky tones that it has to it. It's definitely giving more grown woman. Like if you're someone like 25-ish up, like this is way more mature than these, I feel like. Probably these two are more mature, and then this one is kind of a little bit more like, you know, creamy vanilla and a little artificial. It's a nice fragrance. I think this set is only available in stores now. Like it was available online, and that's the only reason I picked it up, because I'm telling y'all, I was not, absolutely not paying $108 for this fragrance, and I wasn't like rushing to the store to go smell it either. So I'm glad I was able to find this. If you're still able to find it in store, I would definitely grab it. Can't wait to layer a little bit more with these. So far I've just been testing them by themselves, like Young Bougie Marshmallow. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to layer that together, because that's gonna be just like a strawberry dream. I know it, because the Young Bougie Marshmallow just has that like that like vanilla-ness that I need. It's already here, but I feel like it's gonna amplify it for sure. And a lot of people compared it to Young Bougie Marshmallow, so I'm really kind of excited to see that. But if you were curious on if any of these smell like Young Bougie Marshmallow, they don't. So to me, I know some people were saying like, oh, does the elixir smell like Young Bougie Marshmallow? To me, they don't. Like Young Bougie Marshmallow is just strawberry marshmallow fluff, and this is like just more fruity and just different in a way. So they're not similar to me, especially not the Intense. Like if you're thinking anything is going to be similar, for sure it would be the elixir over the Intense, and definitely not the original Burberry Her. I just don't see that. But these are really nice fragrances nonetheless. If you guys have tried any of these, let me know in the comment sections down below. I would love to hear your thoughts, how you guys are feeling about the Intense. Which one is your favorite? Do you like, you know, the original? Because the original, I feel like I used to like it more, and now I'm kind of like slightly disappointed, or it just pulls different on my skin. Sometimes like the time, like it's hot here, but then today it was cold, so like it's all over the place a little bit. So I feel like that plays a part too. Like maybe I don't know, maybe it needs to be warmer. I don't know why that plastic note was pulling on me, but I would definitely layer with it. Like it's not a hate, it's just if we're ranking these, for sure it would definitely be the original, the Intense, and then the elixir for sure would be the winner for me. So let me know all that good stuff. I know this isn't a super new release, and I kind of been behind. I'm trying to like get back on track with like releases and buying stuff. It's just so many fragrances. I'm trying not to get overstimulated, but it's a lot of fragrances, so I'm trying to keep up. And this is just one that intrigued me. It's not necessarily something I was planning on reviewing. If this wouldn't have came out, we wouldn't be here today. I'm just saying that. So yes, let me know all of that good stuff in the comment sections down below. And until then, you have to catch my next one. So bye.